A swarm of thousands of bees did briefly take over the White House North Lawn on Friday, May 15, 2026, causing disruption near the press area. Isn't that something? And Donald Trump had arrived a little bit later. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am Friend Chad Pearson, and welcome to my channel. Bees. People is symbolic. And I believe it was done on purpose. And I'm going to attempt to decode this thing. So let's get into it, okay? Check it out.
They're coming this way. See him? Yeah.
Wow. Look at that, people. Look at that.
That's how they migrate. They got gentrified. That's special, right?
Yeah. Okay, that was a pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a crazy story, right? This is my buddy. I've been checking on him for years now. P6. I'll put his video in the description. He is a few blocks from the White House. This is a good guy to know. P6. Check him out. Just type it in. I'll put it in the description. You can check it out. Now, someone else ran a video as well.
Apparently the White House has bees, y'all. Have you heard this? I'm not even kidding. Check this out. So First Lady Melania Trump announced the expansion of the White House honey program with the addition of a newly installed and fully functional beehive on the South Lawn, handcrafted by a local artisan in the image of the White House. The beautiful new hive will add 2 new bee colonies to the existing 2 colonies that already produce the signature White House honey.
Now, that was done during the period when King Charles III was here. But this situation here is totally different. I mean, this thing is just, pardon the pun, but you break out in hives. Look at that. Now, I've met beekeepers before, and I can tell you, and even someone who had one in the garden, and they told me this decades ago, you can literally spray certain things. I don't know exactly what that is. You can spray and attract them and they will hang around. I believe this was done on purpose to speak. So again, I'm gonna try to decode this thing. So check it out. Bees, White House, and I put the date, comes out to 194. The 194th day of the year speaks. Give me 1 minute. And then 95, the 95th day of the year, people, is April 5th, 4-5, like Trump's the 45th president. So let's go back to this 194. Bees, White House, and a date. Now look, 194. The 194th day of the year is July 13th. What happened on July 13th of 2024? Do you remember? Let's look together. July 13th, 2024, Butler, Pennsylvania. Remember what happened. July 13th, 2024, President Donald Trump survived this. I believe they're trying to tell us, people. They've been trying to tell us. They know what's coming. Now look at this here. Are swarm of bees related to death? Yes, swarms of bees are strongly related to death in folklore, superstition, and mythology, often viewed as both omens and spiritual messengers. While they are actually a natural, healthy sign of hive reproduction, culture history has linked them to mortality in several ways. Okay? So this ain't nothing new. Okay? This ain't nothing new. I believe they did spray this thing. Okay? Now, let's look at some other stuff I put in here. What president died in relation to bees? What president? Look, based on historical accounts, the president often associated with unexpected death while bees in the area is Zachary Taylor. Zachary Taylor, the 12th president of the United States. The incident after attending, look, the 4th of July celebration in 1850. Taylor consumed large quantities of raw cherries and ice milk. He fell ill with severe stomach pains and died 5 days later on July 9th, 1850. The bees, while not involved in the cause of death, it is often noted that Taylor was a career soldier and a planter who frequently spoke of cotton and raised crops. So, contextual confusion. Many people mistake the bees reference with cherry trees stories. Now, George Washington had them around his period, and so it's just considered, based on historical accounts, the president often associated is Zachary Taylor. I believe the powers are utilizing this to speak, and I'm going to show you why. This is July 4th. July 4th is when he fell ill, and he died July 9th. Now, remember, July 4th, what are we celebrating, people? We're celebrating our 250th anniversary, and they have that arch that's supposed to be there, an arch. And remember, I showed you guys in the video, Trump walked through an arch today when he was what? Well, when he was, let's see, let me show you guys. Trump was in China, and he walked past an arch. He walked under this thing, an arch, okay? So I believe this is all consistent. Let me go back to it. So not only, so again, July 4th, we celebrate our 250th anniversary. They're gonna be putting up an arch, okay? Let's look at that, an arch. July 4th, arch, White House. You guys remember, I've been telling you guys about this. The arch, they're putting up an arch. And Trump walked up under an arch today in China, and I spoke on that. Now let me try to go back to this thing I want to build here. July 4th is when Zachary Taylor, the 12th president, felt ill. July 4th, our 250th anniversary. But look, he died 5 days later on July 9th. That's 7-9. I said that's 7-9. Isn't Trump 79 years old? I believe the powers picked Zachary on purpose, people. They know what they're doing. Now look, July 9th, he died. November 24th, he was born. July 9th, 1850. Let's take this date. July 9th, 1850. July 9th, 2026, this year, from May 15th, 2026 is today. The difference is 55. Why is 55 important, especially with history? Remember, who died at 55 years old? Julius Caesar died at 55 years old. Julius Caesar died at 55. He was stabbed 23 times. See, I believe they're trying to tell us, people. They're going to keep Keep telling us what's going on. 55 is Julius Caesar. Who's acting like Julius Caesar today? It's got to be Trump. Come on, man. Now look at this here. July 9th, 1850, Zachary Taylor, the president, that's when he died. June 14th, 1946 is Trump's birthday. He's your 95. The 95th day of the year is April 5th, 4-5, like Trump. And Trump won the presidency on November 5th, 2024. What are the odds? Now look, honeybees were considered sacred and held significant religious, mythological, and practical importance in ancient Egypt. The Egyptians believed that the bees were created from the tears of the sun god Ra, which turned into bees upon hitting the ground. You hear that? The Egyptians believed that bees were created from the tears of the sun god Ra, which turned into bees upon hitting the ground. Like I said before, people, I believe Barack Obama, he's the Antichrist. I believe his lineage speaks to Egypt. We're going into the sun god situation. The sun god Ra, they want us to worship that in the future. Now look, are bees considered part of Masonic order? Yes, they are. Yes, the bees and the beehive are considered integral symbols of the Masonic ritual and symbolism. The bees, the bees, the bees, the bees. People, ain't no coincidence here. I've shown this video on my last channel. Snoop Dogg had bee glasses on when he was interviewed. I think he was at the Larry King show. Is he Masonic? I'm not sure. But yeah, Masonic for bees. Masonic. Go back. Look at this thing. Look at this. It's ridiculous.
Yeah?
What are the odds this would transpire just before Trump arrives? What are the odds, people? Come on now. To me, it's symbolic. And it fits just right with Zachary. 7-9. Trump is 79 years old. The 250th anniversary, July 4th is coming up. This is when the president got sick. Come on, people. It's speaking. I'm Friendship Pearson. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. God bless.